up, everybody? It's me, Shawn Deon, and this is Queer Time, where we talk about any and everything. And today's lovely guest star, owner of Gemini Films and producer, the great Karon Wilson.
What's going on? Thank you for having me, Shawn. I appreciate it.
You already know. I was waiting to get you on here. I'm mad you're not physically here, but we're going to make do with what we got.
Next time.
Okay. If this is your first time viewing our lovely faces, please click that subscribe button down below to become part of my family. Today's topic on Queer Time, we're talking all about production, TV life production. As you know, you are the LGBT king of YouTube, and I want to get into the mind of a producer from behind the scenes standpoint. So explain to me about how you, when did you decide, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to be a producer.
I think when I started watching movies at a young early age and reality shows, it got me really excited to see what was going to happen next week, next episode, reunions. And so I had all these great ideas of things that TV shows or production should do. But since I was young, I was 15, 16, I had no way of contacting them. I didn't know anything about the industry. So I was kind of well, I might as well try and do it myself. There's YouTube. YouTube's a platform to post videos. Why don't I make this platform into some kind of reality show and kind of make it more of yeah, we can still air it every week, but we can put it as long or as short as we want. And you can still have commercials and it'll still feel real, but then we can have people who look like us. And so that kind of inspired me to start doing that.
Okay, because representation is a big thing. You actually started that from what I'm understanding. Mm-hmm. And you did say you wanted to do a reality show. So what made you choose reality show over scripted?
I really didn't know how to write a script. I didn't know anything about scripts. And I just felt for me to be 15 years old, it would take a lot of work for me to try and put together an actual scripted show. So I felt reality would be a lot more easier. And it's also more trashy in a way that gets people's attention. It's with scripted shows, if someone posts a clip from a scripted show and puts it out on the internet and says oh my God, this just happened in the finale or the last episode, it kind of ruins the whole experience. Sure. But if you post a small clip from the reality show, people start asking, okay, what happened? When did this happen? What led up to this situation? So then they're invested to go and watch it themselves rather than spoiling the whole thing. So that's kind of where my mind was okay, well, it can't really be spoiled unless some secret was building up. You still dabbled your hand in scripted series, The Shadows. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. And funny enough, Shadows ended up being the most watched project I've done. So that's weird. I was okay, because when I first was learning about all of your content, I was oh, he do a lot. I'm finna be up in one of them. Let me go to Boston just to be casted. Then he just stopped, and I was my dream's crushed. It's hard. It was really, really hard to do it, but I enjoyed watching people's reaction to it because it was something that I got to create and do whatever I wanted to. So it was dope. There's so many things that I wanted to do, and like you said, YouTube was a good teacher, but my dumb self when I was younger didn't know shit about YouTube. So I just knew I could go on there and watch music videos, and that was it. So stifled my my little imagination real quick. I'm mad about that. I could have been a producer one day. You still can. I believe in you, Shawn. Cut! This is not right. It's not right. In my dream that I had, it went like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'd fire me for my own shit. I'm dead. So why do you think people gravitate to reality versus scripted? So you even said, why you wanted to do it, but now this is just people actually like it more also. Yeah, that's true. It's become really popular. I think it's the idea of you're getting these new situations that's happening every episode that keeps you on your toes. And also you meet these personalities that either can remind you of someone at home or someone that as far as your friends or whatever. And it just makes you excited to see okay, I know that Sam was talking about Kenny and they've been talking about each other to their friends. So what's gonna happen when they all sit in a room together and this situation is brought up? And it makes it so exciting because then it's oh, what are they gonna say? And then once that happens, it's okay, where do we move from here, like what
and
happened.
It's real, like the fact that it's really real. You be like, bruh, so like, what if I run into these people in the street and they actually that's their first time seeing each other and I witnessed the fight?
And also, it's like, you know that it's real, so it gives more of that like raw emotion. As in scripted, it's more so, it's like fake, it's made up. Like, this is something that they written out, rehearsed, and then put together. Rather than reality, it's like, yo, this
could go left, right, up, like, on diagonal.
Exactly. I mean, like, when we were filming for the show, things happen unexpected all the time. That we were just like, what just happened?
Look, wait, what? I think I had a few of them moments. I was like, wait a minute.
It was always something where we were just like, wait, what?
Out of all your reality shows, I know from my experience that the answer for this, for my time, but for the other ones, I can't speak on. So have you ever tried to make a reality show follow a script? Like, okay, well, I want this to end like this, and this, so we just need to get it here. Or I'll what the people kind of like because you've done it before, so you want to kind of recreate. Have you ever tried like to recreate that or anything like that? So it's like following the script.
I think with Bad Boys Club, maybe, yeah. Like, I think with Bad Boys Club, it was more so of like okay, there has to be some kind of like situation in the first episode. So whatever happens, we just need to make sure someone argues or some kind of buildup happens before the episode is over, like before the first day of filming, whatever is over. So it's kind of like a situation where it's just like, we just wait and see what happens. Most of the time, honestly, like, we really don't have to do anything. It's like, it just happens on its own, just because like so many personalities clash. But sometimes it could be a situation where it's like, okay, it's getting boring. We need some kind of juice. We know that this person said this about this person, so we're going to tell them like, hey, we think you should pull him aside and tell him exactly what you said over there. And
I'll spill the juice on you. I'm just saying.
Right. Right. So then that person is just like, okay, I didn't plan on bringing it up, but we're filming, so yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him right now. And then that's how something can start.
Like, what is like your nightmare of all that tends to always happen?
A nightmare that always happens sometimes is like people always feel like things that are happening in the show is personal. So that's one thing I just really don't like, because it's like, it's a business, and a lot of people understand it. Some, people are like, okay, it's entertainment, like they're gonna edit it to look really good and juicy for the fans. And some people take it personal, like, oh, like, you were nice to me during filming, like, why does it seem like I'm throwing shade all the time to this person? It's just like, you have to understand, this is entertainment, and my team, we make it very clear during filming, like, that, we're not friends, we're doing a job, but like, we can be friendly. But like, that's one thing that I think, like, I never want it to happen during any filming, but I feel like it always does happen. So now I'm taking a different approach this time. But yeah, my worst fear though is losing footage. Like, that's my all-time worst fear, is like having a really good scene or filming a bunch of good scenes and then somehow it like, we lose it or it erases or breaks it. So that's like my worst fear ever.
So say a new producer's just starting out and like you said, it has to be good, everything and that. Well, if they're just starting out, how can you tell, like, you may not have it now because you like, say you just starting out, you can't afford that now, but I can tell like you're gonna get it because what? How do you tell that, like, oh, you got it?
The first thing is important is drive. Like, you have to eat, sleep, really want this. You can't be, if you're tired, who cares? Like, tired is not even in the question when it comes to filming and working, because you'll be filming a lot of hours. Your battery might die, you'll get stressed out, you're dealing with cast members who are just annoying and who are trying to be demanding, and it's a lot. So you have to have thick skin, you have to really be like hungry for it. I know a lot of people who always say that they're gonna do a reality show and never follow through, because once they start the process, they're like, oh yeah, never mind, I'm not doing this. So you have to be driven, and then you have to study reality. That's the first thing I did. I watched a bunch of reality shows. I took down notes. Okay, look at the transition. Look at the green screen. How long was each scene for? What happens in drama? Like, how did it build up? What happens in emotional scenes? What kind of music do they use? You have to really study all of that and then, put it into your show and make sure your show is kind of following some of those steps.
When are you gonna switch roles and be in front of the camera and let me hold the camera and record you?
Yeah, we'll do a documentary. I feel like that'd be really dope.
A documentary.
A docuseries or something like that.
Ooh, what would your docuseries be called?
If You Only Knew.
I don't know if you know this, but that's actually a song, and I almost started singing the hell out of it.
Is it really?
If only you knew how much I do.
Oh,
You need.
yeah, I know that song.
Oh, okay. No, which version you doing? The Kiki version? You about to take it up there?
No, the regular version.
Okay. Who's the regular version? We'll skip that. We'll skip that.
Okay. I don't know. I have a question for you.
What's up?
So, from watching reality shows to actually being on one, what is some advice you can give people? And also, like, tell us the difference of like seeing yourself on camera from filming, like just the dynamic of how different it is.
For me, I actually see. I watch Drag Race and game shows and Bad Girls Club. That is the extent of my reality show knowledge. But from then, even from that, I was just like, to being on it, you don't know where the heck it's going.
Right.
Every day is like a mystery. You just show up, you know where you're gonna go, or sometimes that's actually a mystery. But you know, you'll show up, you know the people dang, you don't even know the people you'll see sometimes. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know anything. You just show up.
Do you remember what happens, but you can't remember like, oh, I forgot I said that, or like, oh, I didn't know I did that.
There's more so, I didn't know he caught that.
Like, I didn't know I was mic'd and filming at that time.
Even sometimes it'd be on, but it ain't really on me. I don't be paying no attention, or I'll forget it's there.
Right.
And somebody would be like, I'll be like,
like, damn, I just said all this.
Look, I call everybody and their mama raggedy, ugly bitch.
And now they got me in the corner, some little secret camera on the side filming me across the room somehow. One thing that I think people should know is literally like, even when you think you're not being recorded, everything is recorded. You know, unless like, honestly, unless you see the cameras in the car and like we're taking the mics off, even still, everything is like recorded.
I was about to say, even then. Karon, what you doing? Huh? Playing a game.
Right.
Look. If you had a $50,000 budget.
Okay.
If you had a $500,000 budget.
Okay.
If you had a $5 million budget. What is something you would produce with each amount that you know would be successful with only that budget? But it has to be Hollywood glam style, and you have to use at least one. Oh, and what star, like what reality person would you use from TV? What person would you love to be on each one? That has to fit in that kind of budget. Not saying you need to get a D-list for a $50,000 budget, but you sure can't get an A-list. So.
Right. So for $50,000, I would get better cameras. Probably like, I would get 2 red cameras, and then I would get, 2 ADDs, and then I would get more mics. And then I would also make sure that we have boom mics, a big green screen, some nice rental cars, and then also money for an actual trip to fly the cast out somewhere. And
what's the cast? Because that's a lot. We had a lot for $50,000.
Well, $50,000, like, okay, so the red cameras itself is like $5,000-$10,000, right? So if I got 2 of those, that's like $10,000. So I have $40,000 left. We could put like $5,000 towards the trip, because everybody's flight will probably equal up to like $2,000 plus $3,000 for like food and all of that stuff.
Where are you going? Because it ain't out the country.
No, we just going to like another state or something. Like we'll go like to LA or something, something cool.
Okay.
And then, like getting boom mics, those cost a couple $100. And then, so like, I don't know, the kind of cast I would do, I would have like some popular people from Instagram or YouTube. Like I would get like Deon and Ken to be a part of it. I would get...
$1,000 enough for them?
Huh?
They're a little expensive. Let me call up Deon real quick. Hold up.
No.
I'm about to text her. I'm about to ask her price.
I would try and get like We Love Shay. I would get...
Oh, she said it was $25,000 just for her.
Just for her?
Just for her.
Oh, okay. Well, But like, I would reach out to like those people like on YouTube and get them on there. If I had a 500,000, you know, I would have to get like New York, like Nene Leakes, you know, like those kind of girls. And I would get those, and I would do some kind of like all-star special type of like reality.
But what are these reality shows that you're filming now? Like the first one, you got all these YouTubers. What is that? Because it is not going to be. It would the one like, with Deon and Ken is definitely not going to be the one that
it would be. It would be a show about like. Okay, so if that was like for the 50,000, it'll probably be more like a ensemble cast of YouTubers and following like how they do YouTube, what got them popular on YouTube, meet and greets, video ideas, coming up, whatever. And then on the outside for drama, like they'll come together, have lunch, dinner, argue, whatever's going on with that. And then whatever scandals they have going on throughout their YouTube careers. And then for the 500,000,
you want scandals, you gotta get like the Dragon, James Charles, and all of them.
Right, like those kind of.
That's the scandal cast. I love James Charles though, so y'all better not play him because I love him.
I would do that, and then for the 500,000, you know, I'll try and get like, you know, some reality stars that are like, you know, known for being famous, but maybe are not as famous anymore.
Give me 4. You got me Nene Leakes. You gave me I Love New York.
Nene Leakes, New York, maybe like Natalie Nunn, because I know she's crazy. And then we'll add, let me see who else that I love. Evelyn Lozada or like Tammy Roman or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these big personalities all in like one roof for like a month or something. Or like something. You know, we'll do something fun. And then 5 million, of course, I would get like the A-list people, the best cameras, and we do some kind of like, I don't know.
Who is this A-list? You got 3, no, I want 5. You have a cast of 7. Give me your 7 A-list people.
7 A-list people for a reality show? Well, I'm doing the big dog that I know is gonna bring in a lot of views. So we're gonna do Charlie D'Amelio, because I know that she has a huge following. We're gonna do David Dobrik.
I don't know who that is.
He's like a really popular YouTuber. We're gonna do Trisha Paytas.
I don't know.
We're gonna do Jeffree Star, James Charles.
I know who James is.
So we gonna have it be crazy.
Well, you know, turns out I have that 5 million for you. Yes. Thank you for being part of my show. You know, you'll always get a gift here, and it's gonna be 5 million for you. Just make me one of those 7. I just need to be in the mix.
Deon's gonna be a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for today. If any of you have a question or ever want to be on any of Karon's things, make sure you subscribe to his channel and follow him on all his social medias, which will all be linked down below. And his YouTube channel, you guys, Gemini Films, watch all of his shows. Flex the muscles. He doesn't do that on camera, so you better enjoy that while you're getting it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and then tell like 5,000 other people to subscribe, so they tell 5,000 other people to subscribe, and my life's great. So other than that, like I said, thank you, Karon, for joining me. Even though it's virtual, I still feel like you were here with me. If no one told you today, we love you, you're beautiful, and until next time, bye.